A Birdland steal, a pickup for the bullpen, and is a Birdland reunion with Jon Means in the works and just days away? Hello, Orioles fans. I'm Jon Leiberman, and yes, I am representing my alma mater, Northwestern, today because Northwestern has a big basketball game tonight against Washington, but we're talking all things Orioles. Big news, a pickup from the Yankees. Whenever you can do that, it's a good thing. We're going to do a deep dive into the bullpen and breaking news about a possible reunion between the Orioles and Jon Means, and Means could be headed to the bullpen. We're going to get to all of it. Please like, subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. We want to get there today because we want to keep you up to date on all the Orioles news of the day, all the Orioles news of the hour, in fact, because you know we're chasing the World Championship again. Let's get to the news of the day. And this man, what a strange, wild trip it's been for Roansy Contreras. The Orioles have just acquired Roansy Contreras off of waivers, this time from the New York Yankees. I know you can see that he's in an Angels uniform there, but that's because this has been insane. So January 10th, the O's claimed Contreras from Cincinnati. January 23rd, the Yankees claimed him from the Orioles. He's also been on the roster of the Angels and the Rangers. Now he is back with the Orioles. Why is it significant? Get to that in a moment. Let's take a look at his statistics, though, first for Roansy. Roansy, he was 2-4 with a 4.35 ERA in 90 games I misspoke, in 49 games with the Angels and the Pirates. He actually has a 4.72 ERA in 90 games over the past 3 years, 53 of those with Pittsburgh. Now, in order to make room for Contreras on the O's roster, the O's have designated outfielder Daz Cameron for assignment. Cameron, of course, was purchased from the A's back in October. So you may be saying, well, John, what does this all mean? Why does this matter? But in order to know why it matters, let's take a close look at the bullpen first. What we've lost, we lost Danny Coulombe. He is now with the Twins. Danny was one of the bright spots as a lefty in the Orioles bullpen last year. A bullpen which, by the way, I'm going to show you right now, did not have a whole lot of bright spots last year. Let's take a look at our statistics from the bullpen last year. A 4.22 ERA. That was 23rd in the majors for the Birds bullpen. That is not good, as you all know. That is not where the Birds want to be, and that is certainly not going to get the Birds closer to a world championship. And so what will? Well, we lost Coulombe. We just gained Contreras, more depth in the bullpen. This is a big pickup, Andrew Kittredge. And here's why I say to you, the Orioles bullpen this year will be top 5 in the majors because King Félix is coming back. We think he's going to be back for opening day. He's expected to be back for opening day, and he will hopefully be back to old form. And if he is, then he's one of the best closers in the game, if not the best closer. Give me your comments. What do you think? Is Félix coming back? Do you believe that if he's healthy, truly healthy, which he appears to be, do you think he can be the stop-down closer that he once was? But I want to focus on this man, Kittredge. Kittredge is such a reliable, high-leverage setup man. Think about him for a second, and I do want to get to his statistics briefly before we get to the rest of the bullpen. So Kittredge, you can see the sub-3 ERA. He's punching out about one guy an inning. He's walking about 2.5 per 9, a strong whip. And this is a guy who, A, is reliable. You see the 74 games, 70 innings. B, high leverage, good in pressure situations, and just the sort of right-handed setup man that you would love to have, and now we do have for the Orioles. So you may say, all right, well, if that's the case, Kittredge is here. Who else do we have? Who else is going to pick up some of the weight? Of course, you have Gregory Soto, a lefty out of the pen, very strong lefty, showed flashes of brilliance last year, a very strong pickup. Keegan Aiken, tried and true bird. Keegan Aiken, he's a guy that's going to give you some really, really strong innings. And you have Sir Anthony Dominguez as well, who is also going to be strong out of the bullpen. So if you look at it in its totality, you're now looking at a bullpen that I believe can be top 5 in the league. When you think about Bautista coming back, you think about Kittredge, you have Sir Anthony Dominguez, you have Soto, you have Aiken. We'll see where Contreras slots in. And now this breaking news. Jon Means, a free agent lefty, very hyped, of course, before he got hurt. Obviously a starting pitcher, but it appears the Orioles are very interested in Means potentially starting out of the bullpen when he comes back. And that, my friends, is super significant, because when you break down Jon Means' numbers, they're amazing. A career 2.75 ERA from 2022 to 2024. Yes, he's had 2 Tommy John surgeries. And the reality is, right now, the rotation has pretty good depth in it. I know we don't have a number 1 starter by the book, but you have Zach Eflin, you have Grayson, et cetera, et cetera. We've been over that, but definitely Zach Eflin and Grayson at the top of the rotation. So why not start Jon Means in the bullpen, get him back to health, get him being confident again, and let's see what happens. So now, if you add Means to the bullpen, now you're looking at a bullpen, a mix of lefties and righties, guys who can pitch in high leverage situation, guys who are power pitchers, and guys who should be able to get you to the 9th inning for Bautista to take over and shut the door again. And look, here's the deal. I showed it to you. I'm going to show it to you again. And it ain't going to be hard to be better than this. A 4.22 ERA, 23rd in the majors for the Birds bullpen. It's not going to be harder. They're going to have to. Where Contreras slots in, this man, we will have to see. Jon Means in the bullpen. And I want to leave you with this. Are you okay with Jon Means coming back and pitching out of the bullpen for a little while? Again, if the Orioles don't pick up a true bona fide number 1 starter, a shutdown starter, then we really are playing for the first half of the season, meaning we have to get to the point where Kyle Bradish and Tyler Wells come back. And if so, all of a sudden, you have 7 to 8 starting pitchers who can go out and give you strong innings. You have depth. Final question for you. If Wells and Bradish come back healthy mid-season, and you add that to all of the other starters we have, do you think that's enough to get the Orioles to the World Series, or do you believe the Orioles still need that number 1 starter? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good weekend. This is Orioles Digest. I'm Jon Leiberman.